All right, hello and welcome everybody to another Tuesday Sound Goblin stream. Tonight we're going to be playing the Satisfactory Early Access Beta, which just went live. We're going to be checking this out. I am, as always, Bograt or Josh.
I am the Krampus who survived the lung spiders from the last session.
I'm Shiv. I may or may not still be a lung spider.
And I am Vincent. And looking at somebody who is making a lot of threads.
Yes. So, Satisfactory is a production/gathering manufacturing game, very similar to Factorio, but the difference is that this one is in 3D. If y'all got your 3D glasses?
Factorio's almost there. It's like 2.5D isometric.
Yeah.
So it's Super Nintendo era?
It's like Diablo. You can't use colons.
Okay. So this game
The only
was...
colon allowed in this game is you. Oh!
So does that make you the
so
asshole
long.
attached to us?
Look how many Metal Gears they
Doc
fit this colon.
That aside.
It's not a colon, it's a rectum.
It's true. It's a rectum.
Damn near killed him.
So well that you were explaining this game while we were looking at a loading screen.
Yep.
OS.
So, this game was actually announced, I believe, during the Devolver Studios E3. It was at E3 during one of the things.
Attention, Pioneer. You are not allowed to leave. Ah, get it. You're a fix-it Pioneer.
Okay, that's interesting and unexpected.
What's that?
The resource gathering part.
Well, yeah. How else can you build your stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff it in your pants.
Build the factory. Go.
Yep.
Right.
So this is a game that's been in the works, technically speaking, for a few years now, but didn't really get any announcement until, like, I think 2018. They did the official, like, reveal trailer.
Popped
Yeah.
up!
So basically they send you to a planet.
Yeah. Well, the whole story of this game is you're being sent to a planet to harvest resources and to build the Great Machine. You have no idea what this Great Machine is, but by God, you're going to build it. But you can't just jump into building the Great Machine. There's a lot of little machines, not so great machines, that you need to build on the way there.
I mean, a lot of these games have kind of a similar story plot that's not really particularly important at all. Like,
Yeah.
It's
Technically-
not important, at least for a game like this, but yeah.
technically speaking, Factorio, you're like a robot and you crashed on the planet you're on, and the whole goal is to build a spaceship to get back into space, except doesn't actually end the game when you do that. You just keep playing anyways.
Yep.
That's a lot of green.
Yeah. It's a green planet.
All right, gonna scan some barcodes. All right.
You know what this planet needs? A nuclear warhead factory.
Snap.
Not yet. That'll come later.
Ada's a rock.
A nuclear warhead factory that, as a byproduct, gives off clouds of Roundup.
I mean, depending on what route they're going with, it's probably some level of pollution management.
Don't you look dumb now jumping off the ledge.
Press F to enter dismantle mode. F for dismantle.
It's not a mistake.
Okay.
That was quick.
All right.
Yep.
I'll go hub ports.
Please ensure you have your fix-it incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the lock zone.
Because of course there's aliens.
According to Fix-It
Well, yes.
every Pioneer should have access to
Spiders.
I mean, granted, on a planet like this, if there wasn't, I'd actually be more surprised.
It's tab.
Tab to inventory.
That is yours. Xeno Zapper, and you gotta drag it into your hand.
Equip your gat.
So I'm
It's a taser.
so I'm just assuming, unless sci-fi,
Ow!
you're apparently an idiot.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Pioneer.
Wonder if
please
it's
stop
out
doing
of,
that.
wonder if it's out of power. Oh no, it's not. Okay, so press C to scan. Bing.
So I assume in like 80% of sci-fi, some non-profit organization who thought space was really, really boring started to seed worlds so they'd actually be interesting when we got there. That's why there's actually life
It
on this
even
planet.
has a warning hazard triangle on it, and you still touched it.
We had to see if that meant something.
So why aren't you picking up all these leaves? I'm sure they'll be useful.
No worries, Hunter. Enjoy your roleplay.
Why aren't you grabbing everything you can that isn't nailed down like a crack addict?
initial scans reveal primary
So I'm going for the iron.
further analysis required.
And also, another thing about it kind of explains why everything looks exactly like plant life on Earth. Either that, or this actually is just Earth.
And then, out of nowhere, a giant four-armed level 80 gorilla kills the shit out of you.
Ah, Xenoblade.
I think we're being attacked by an armadillo.
I don't know, I can't see it, because there it is.
Yes, Krampus is terrible at actually following
Fair.
things on screen, apparently.
Oh,
Well, that probably didn't help.
there we go. Windows. There.
Oh. Harvest it.
Can't dismantle it.
Oh.
Probably don't have that tech yet.
Oh, there we go.
Wait.
Yeah.
Alien cameras. There we
Steel's
go.
carapace. It is like an giant armadillo thing.
And there's another one.
For some reason, you continue to believe that your zapper works at 15 feet rather than the like 6
It's
inches
a
it actually works
taser.
at.
You have to touch them with it. It isn't a gun.
Yeah, the problem is that I don't have a lot of mouse movement on here.
No, the problem is that you're trying to zap them when they're like 20 feet away from you. Do not click the button until they are near you.
What'd that thing do to you?
It exists.
It can be harvested for something.
Yeah.
Ah, ore. Impure iron ore. It knows what it did.
What are you, Hunter? Man, someday you got blood on your face.
It's not my fault they did perfect tapping for the.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't do that on accident, by the way. Like, they,
That was on purpose.
yeah, they have to. They know what they did. Right, but on
The
hub.
hub.
There we go. Okay.
One of these days, you'll actually get a tray table.
Yep. One of these days.
Okay, so you need to upgrade the hub using the terminal somehow. Click tier 0.
So it needs,
Milestone down at the bottom.
yeah.
Okay, so we need iron rods. So you got to use the crafting table to make the iron into iron rods.
Yep. There we go.
Right, so...
So, give me 1 second. I'm going to check a setting real quick.
Options.
Yeah. Video.
What are you trying to look for?
I was looking for UI. but-
Nope.
Okay.
No UI scaling. Deal with it.
Okay.
Get better eyes.
So iron rod. I'm
Don't
assuming
play
it
on the
needs
TV,
iron
don't
Raw
Right.
requires iron ingots, so just craft all your raw iron into ingots. And craft as many iron rods as you can. We'll still be a couple short. So
Go get more iron.
Go get more iron. Wonder what the hell that tall, lanky thing was a few minutes ago.
what?
When he originally faced in this direction before, like, immediately turning around, there was a tall, lanky thing walking towards us.
Oh yeah, there was a huge thing. Yeah, it's over
Oh,
there now.
there it is. Yeah.
Just gonna let that handsome devil go about his business.
Why don't you try zapping it with the taser from here? I like how you got a taser and this complicated, like, scanner laser dismantling device and a fucking chisel.
I like how our scanner laser device can apparently instantaneously deconstruct an entire drop pod.
But you have to sit there and
but
hammer
can't
fucking
harvest
rock with it.
iron ore sitting on the fucking surface.
Yeah, gotta hit it with a fucking chisel. Couldn't even give you a fucking hand drill.
I have a device capable of instantaneously deconstructing that, instantaneously constructing this entire building platform hub.
Well, you
Nice.
see,
Yeah.
this is actually a future reality TV show, and they're just fucking with you.
Now upgrade hub.
Right, send some more of those big armored dog things at it. It'd be funny.
That's a personal storage box.
Has Wi-Fi.
Can I store a person?
Well, not if they're alive.
It's acceptable.
Buildings and blueprints, which can be found in the workshop, when built, build menu, and carved bench respectively.
Some copper.
Hub upgrade.
Copper.
Note, connect buildings to a generator for power. Note, buildings such as the smelter require a blueprint to be sent. Advice, automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
Configure the biomass burner.
Yep.
This doesn't sound ominous.
Hop in.
Okay. Consumption, production, capacity.
Yes.
Those are those three things we bought.
Yes.
So there's, however, currently no connection to anything, so
Yep.
you do have something in your 2 slot. Oh, it's just,
It's the blueprint
Yeah.
for power line, I think.
looks that way.
Yeah. I think it was. That way you build a
Okay, so
generator.
hold C to select what resource to scan for. So we're going to scan for copper.
Build an equipment workshop and craft a portable miner. Trying to remember what the build button was.
Looks like either O or Q.
There we go.
So it requires 6 plates and 6 bars. So you need to... You're missing a bunch of plates and rods.
Yeah.
You go get more iron.
Yep.
Rock out some more.
Yep. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun.
I've been working on the railroad all the livelong day.
Too much
It's not even a particularly sharp chisel. They fucking hate your ass. Like, Give him the dull chisel. Fuck this guy.
Did you see him touching the cattle prod in training? What a rube.
We decided that sharp objects should be nowhere near this person.
Probably for the best.
Okay.
You might need some plates. So, got to make a bunch of stuff because I think you make plates from rods.
No, plates just come from ingots. It looks like plates and rods are both.
Really,
formed
because
from
as you
ingots.
were making, yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you need 6 of each to make that equipment workshop.
One, two.
Wow, I make plays fast.
Yep.
Yeah,
But they don't trust it
you
with
need to go
anything else.
get more iron ingots to make enough rods, anyways.
Yeah.
Let him press the button. It's fine.
Yeah, because it actually looks like it takes 2 ingots per plate.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
the
mean,
whole
the other
pile
thing-
of iron over here anyway, so it's not a big deal. But
The other contestants actually get jackhammers. They just really didn't trust you with them.
jackhammer's nothing. They send the other ones out in teams. This guy's just a fucking idiot. They actually send him here to die, but they can't say that, so they're like, oh no, he's a pioneer. He's gonna go work on the great machine.
Welcome to Genesis Zeta 1.
Here, hop in this drop pod.
You're our last hope. Don't you mean last best hope? No, I mean like you're the last person we would hope for.
There's nothing best about you. Get out there.
Get out there and try to disappoint us less.
How many times you've already tried? Oh, we haven't actually tried yet. We're just sending you out here so we can forget about you.
Okay. I think I've got enough for.
Yes, you do. You have 7 and 10 and was 6 and 6.
Yeah.
Now you need to build an equipment workshop.
They want to leave some space.
Why?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what kind of space I'm going to need for this, so. Okay.
Portable miner. Takes wire and cable. So you're going to need to go get copper before you can actually build this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of assumed, but at the same time,
It's fine.
might as well know exactly how much we need.
Yeah.
Paying for copper.
Cover.
Direction. That way.
No, that's still a scanner going out. It'll actually do a ping.
Yeah, it does a ping on the actual
There we go.
directional bar up there.
Yeah.
There's no stamina bar.
There is, however, health.
Yes. Well, I have not found a way to recover health, so.
I mean, there's a respawn button. There's a glowy thing over there to the right.
Oh,
Power slug!
Collect this green power slug.
Stick this power slug in my pants.
Potential energy from its crystalline shell. Further analysis of crystals required to determine application.
Sure, why not?
I mean, you can also just jump off there. I'm pretty sure there's a fall damage, at least
Yep.
not from that height.
Yeah, I'm
Snap,
positive.
broken legs.
I'm positive this planet was bioengineered by humans.
Why so?
Outside the fact that this is all Earth foliage, that was literally a slug.
What's a power slug? Crystalline power slugs don't exist on Earth.
No, but at this level of technology, they can genetically engineer crystalline powers into a slug.
Now, see, the problem there, Vince, is you assume that Earth wasn't in fact seeded by a far more advanced alien race.
Yes, but then you're. Well, you see, if I can see that, then it reminds me of Prometheus, and it makes me sad.
Iron ore. Getting closer. Filling my pockets with leaves. Yeah.
Run away!
You missed it. Oh, heated.
And you're nearly dead. There
You are dead.
Ah, it's a good thing I got that spare me.
Oh, start running again.
Yep.
I want to get your Xeno Zapper out just in case.
Tab to open inventory.
You
I ain't got
no
no
after anymore.
You don't have your Xeno Zapper.
No, you don't keep your inventory. You're dead.
Nope. You do have a gravesite, though. You can go to retrieve your stuff.
Yep.
Also, you never know. Some games do and some games don't maintain inventory between death.
Yeah.
Why did we install the cloner on this one? Did we want this guy to die?
It comes built in, actually.
We're selling tickets every time he dies. Pay-per-view his death.
We didn't actually install it. Turns out the one thing he's competent at is setting up the clone device.
Hail no, bruh. Excuse me, I gotta go take care of something.
We're not really sure he's that great at it, though. It seems to fuck up his depth perception every time.
Take that, alien life.
Keeps trying to hit things with the Xeno Zapper from like 20 paces.
Like, you realize that's like a stun gun, right?
Yeah, I know. He knows. He passed the training. Grab all.
There you go.
Now you
I
can
put
re-equip
those
your
on.
Xeno Zapper.
Wow.
At it.
That is a lot of copper ore.
Okay.
I recommend getting a ton. There's quite a bit of raw.
Yep. It looks like we're getting 2 per mine here, so...
Well, it
We
does
get a
make
decent
sense.
amount.
Copper ore should be easier to break hypothetically than iron ore.
It might also have to do with the purity as well, because this is normal, whereas the iron we were working on was impure.
Ah, that's true.
It's another possibility. I mean, I don't know for sure, but
That's probably what we're needing too per.
Getting 70 and then head back. Okay. Gathering stuff, gathering stuff.
So I need a mod loaded with like 4 dozen songs that all use that same rhythm and just play whenever you mine.
oh, there's another power slug on top of that rock formation.
Get it.
Also like a bird thing.
What is that?
A giant.
That's gonna kill the shit out of you.
It could be friendly. You don't know.
It's probably
Look at the
apathetic,
bird.
Collect the power slug.
honestly. Okay, so look at that thing.
Oh, it's
It's a sky manta.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Oh,
It's totally peaceful.
it's adorable. Just keep your heart away from his tail.
Steve Irwin. I hardly knew you.
Okay, so there is
there's
fall
fall
damage.
It's fall damage.
Just have to fall from a decent height for it to happen. Got it.
It looks like a low gravity plant. You have quite a bit of float to your jump.
Excellent. Minor healing properties.
What has better healing properties?
The nuts you
Better-
picked up.
Nuts you picked up. D's nuts. Yes, stick that blue nut in your mouth.
Yeah, you should probably just keep eating. Yeah, they seem not to start you at full health, so
Nope, he respawned at 3.
yeah.
Got so many leaves. And almost cleared the tree.
It's like we have a biomass crusher, so I might as well grab all the stuff and
Exactly.
throw it in.
Yep. It's our only current way of generating power, so.
Yep.
So ethanol. Sort of.
kind of.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to make all this copper and stuff.
Yep. Copper ingots.
Make cable and wire.
Dun, 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 dun,
So I know it's immersive to wait for this gray bar to craft a bunch of these things, but really just doing it all at once is perfectly fine. Just
Let's see, this is the kind of thing you're going to be able to automate.
Yeah,
later
that's
on.
the whole
what we
point.
have to do
The-
manually
Okay.
right now.
Literally one of the
that's at least understandable.
yeah, one of the machines we are literally making in this tier of objective is the smelter, which automates ingot making.
Okay.
That's the whole point of these games.
That's a little
you have to
bit
make a
better.
bunch
Yeah,
of
that's the
stuff
whole point of
manually
these
and then
games,
make
is that it- yeah.
automation. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm somewhat unfamiliar with these games, so
Yeah, it basically just always goes in tiers. You start off having to do everything manually, and then you get your first, like, earliest, usually kind of shitty automatic versions. We need to make more iron plates.
Yes.
until eventually you just have
Until eventually you
chaos of machines.
Yeah. So, like, literally in this particular, like, objective set, we are building a machine that automates gathering resources. So we're just going to throw it down on this iron, and rather than having to come over here and manually hit it a million times, it'll just constantly be digging up iron ore. And we are building the smelter, which will automatically convert ores into ingots.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to make conveyor belts to move shit around and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
okay.
And depending on how complicated the particular game is, or how many mods it allows for, which then become ridiculously complicated, you can basically get into hilariously complex factory setups.
Can you set up a factory that also happens to effectively be a computer that itself can run Minecraft inside this game? Just for irony's sake.
This game, probably not. Somebody has made Donkey Kong in Factorio.
Okay. Now the question is, how do I?
By equipping it and setting it down.
That's right. Oh, okay. Just very simple. Point,
Oh,
click.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when we open it, it's got a
Yeah, it's got its inventory of
inventory here.
iron, so it's just going to sit here and drill up iron. Currently at 1 per second. Presumably we'll get upgraded versions of these later on that
We'll
drill
probably just
faster.
get non-portable versions that are likely go much faster.
Yes.
They just aren't viable right now because we don't have
Yeah.
the ability to automate moving materials. But still, we've now automated our iron.
We need to build a smelter.
Yep.
And this presumably is going to take power, so we probably want it somewhere near a biomass
It also
burner.
has an input and output, so you want to make sure that those are.
Yeah. Those are clear.
And yeah, it has the little lightning bolt, which tells us it's going to take power.
Is that power on that particular side, or is that just power?
I think it just says it needs power.
Well, first I need to go build more.
Pull back up and rotate around them. So it may need power on that particular point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it is.
Yeah, it specifically has to be powered there.
Yeah, it's like Fallout buildings where they have a
Yeah.
particular thing.
All right, so we need more wire for that.
And rods.
Yeah.
Iron rods.
Oh, we have a ton of copper still, I assume.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that would have been annoying otherwise.
Yeah, that's why we grabbed
Yeah.
70
That's
more
That's why I was
rods.
like, grab a ton of copper while we're here, because
Yeah.
You should be able to make more rods.
we are almost assuredly going to need a bunch of copper, and it's way the fuck over there.
Yeah.
I had some spare rods
Yep.
from that. Okay, so Q and
Rod
smelter.
spared. Child spoiled.
So
That's
flip it
better.
around the other way.
that.
I gotta make some wires too.
Cable, probably.
Cable, probably.
Yeah.
Let me give her a blueprint for power lines. Yeah.
It takes 5 cable, it looks like, according to that thing. So we're going to from there to there. Okay.
And open that up. Throw in a bunch of plant matter. It's the first big box is fuel.
Yeah.
Leaves.
Yep.
I'm not sure how you're getting energy positively from this.
Make biomass.
Burning them.
How much energy are you wasting doing that?
Probably a lot.
Press E to configure smelting.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
so it
that
looks
is
like-
just you choose what type of ingot it's going to make, you throw stuff in there, and it will make the ingots.
Yes.
So you can go over to your mobile.
We should have an ungodly amount at the moment.
Grab all of its iron.
Yeah. It's got some. I mean, it's not going super fast. 1 per second is not actually as fast as you think it is.
True.
Just for the record, do we have anything like...
No.
No kind of conveyor belts yet. Okay.
Nope.
That's okay, because I think, based on how they're doing
Well,
things...
we might be able to. It might not. It just might not be something we can craft like on our own. We might actually need to do like a craft bench or something recipe for it.
Yeah.
You open the thing to
Yeah.
do it. You select iron ingot,
Yeah, you can.
and now you put
okay.
it in there like that. You don't put it in hand and then feed it that way.
Let's say.
Yeah, there you go. Boom. Then you walk away for a while.
Yeah. I walk away to go make another miner so I can go over and lay it on a copper deposit.
Or also check and see why the objective hasn't completed yet.
Yes.
Oh, because we need to actually do hub upgrade 2 is the purpose of all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go check what we need for hub upgrade 2.
So, hub upgrade 2.
10 plate, 10 rods, and 150 wire.
Okay.
Well, definitely gonna need more copper then.
Yep.
Yep.
Concrete, biomass, which I'm assuming is made from leaves, but is more concentrated. Constructor, power pole. Okay, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of your average
Yep.
industry game. Okay, so I'm gonna go grab some of the iron this thing's making.
Yeah. Right now it's just a regular inventory because it doesn't have the input and output. I'm pretty sure for the automated input.
Yes,
output.
you can run conveyor belts
Yes.
into those and it will automate it.
Yeah, and it'll pump out the other side after you have something set up to it.
Can actually get pretty close to the wire we need just off of what we've got because we already got 30 and we can make another 105. So we don't actually need that much more copper.
I need to get.
But we do need more copper.
Yes.
All right. Actually, if one of you guys wants to take over,
Yeah.
I'm going to grab my glasses because I cannot see. It's still open. It's not
Yeah,
open,
it's
yes.
fine. Just hit the minimize
Yeah, I
everything.
cannot see those numbers or those words for the life of me.
Yeah, that's fine.
So now to make a shit ton of copper wire.
Yep.
And then run off in a random direction.
I would build another portable miner before we, just to set it up on the copper,
Fair enough.
and it can just sit there gathering copper for the next time we need it.
True. Because we're inevitably going to need more copper.
Yep. And we're off.
get out your stun roll thing.
Yes.
Oh, that's way more convenient.
That's gonna hurt. Nope.
No.
Caught a plant.
Bounce off that tree. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Apparently, we went for the really far one.
Well, see, Wildy ignored the.
In fairness, these are the pure ones.
Oh no! I only get one
Yeah.
per.
Yeah,
thing.
exactly.
Like whatever.
Set up the thing.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
So as it turns out, there was some really close copper armor that you completely ignored.
It was the first unit that I saw. On the compass, I mean.
Yes, it was the second ping that came up. You just ignored the first one for some reason.
Need to give me a prescription. That makes it worse.
Huh?
Okay, let's see. That should be enough because we already have like 128.
So got to power the furnace, but the auto miner is perfectly.
It's got a battery. Wouldn't be very portable if you had to wire it in.
Yes, switch over, yeah. There you go. It's full up.
Yep.
Well, that doesn't take forever.
Well, it has a capacity of 100.
Yeah.
Again, later upgrades will almost certainly increase the capacity
Yeah.
of them.
And
Yeah.
plus, the other
That's a-
miners will be able to automatically output to
That's
conveyors.
I'm
or-
pretty sure later ones won't even have a capacity. It'll just be a.
Well, yes, but there will be upgraded portable ones that have an upgraded
Yeah.
capacity, I'm certain.
There's also, I know from the trailers, there's also trucks in this game, so you can set up truck routes
Ah.
for automated vehicles that. Well, there's manual and automated vehicles. Yes. You can drive the trucks, you can run over the animals. You can run over the animals in the trucks.
Okay, so what do we need? Behold, a wall.
Yep.
Yep.
A bunch of new stuff.
Congratulations. You have unlocked standard stone. New buildings and new
Stones. They're stones. They're stones. Stone. Stone.
None of those were stones. Stop being insipid.
Constructor. Now we can make the endless wire spools.
We built walls.
Yep. And in fact, built walls.
Yep.
So we can make constructors now.
What does the constructor do?
Builds, so the things that we can build,
Uh huh.
it can build them automatically. You just tell it to build a given thing and it will build
Yeah.
them.
So we can like tell it to build screws or wire or cable.
Right. We should probably put that near the output of the smelter.
Maybe.
For future automation.
I mean, realistically, I'm going to look and see what we actually need for this upgrade first. Okay, so we need 75 iron plates. We have all the cable we need. We need 10 concrete. And we need 2 reinforced iron plate. So, concrete is going to require
Stone.
3 stone, looks like.
limestone specifically.
Okay.
And reinforced iron plates requires 24 or 4 plates each and 24 screws each. Screws require iron rods.
And each screw, it looks like we get 6 screws out of 1 iron.
Yep. Now then. We need reinforced iron plates
yeah.
for the actual constructors. So we're going to start by making some iron rods, which we're going to use to convert into screws.
Industry.
And reinforced iron plates. Yeah.
Okay. And make a bunch more rods to turn into screws. There you go. Okay.
I assume this needs power.
Almost certainly.
Yes.
Yes.
Up there.
We can also make power poles now so we can run power further, but
Yeah.
don't necessarily need that.
You might need to use the deconstructor on the wire.
Point.
Yep. There we go.
There we go.
Add a power pole so we can.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need concrete for that.
Yes, we do.
Alright, let's find some limestone.
Scan for limestone.
First things first, we also need an iron rod, so I'm going to go ahead and make one of those. Limestone.
The closest limestone is that tall ass mountain in the distance.
Closest limestone deposit is inside this flying manta ray cruiser.
This consumable possesses
Got a pail there.
properties. Further analysis required to establish object scanner identification.
You got one ping really quick.
Yeah, I think it's just over here. Let's try it one more time.
Left.
Yeah, there we go. It's not always the easiest thing to see the blue ping circle against the blue fucking sky. There we go.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Generally, these rock formations are indeed rocks.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, it does look like the purity of the vein
Yeah.
affects how
How
much
much
you
you
get
get.
out.
Yeah, because the other copper one we found was
It's
impure, and we
impure
were only
as
getting 1 per, so it is absolutely that, but it's okay.
That's not far off from our place though.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Nope. That's not a rock you can break down.
I'm betting you can later, just not.
All right, actually need to process it
to
into
make
concrete.
All right, we're gonna think really hard about concrete. Okay.
Concrete ideas.
Oh,
It's more like we cemented an existing one.
there. It's powerful.
This is a rock solid concept.
Okay, and I don't know, something.
Biomass.
Let's see if this is, yeah, this is all done, so we'll go ahead and take that out of there. Do we have any more ore? Yeah, we got a bunch of iron ore in our
What's
thing.
that?
So I was checking to see, because there's no reason to leave a machine sitting idle if we don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably go run out and grab our ores that are auto mining.
Yeah, I'm going to in a second. I'm just... I'm going to have
That's
the constructor do iron plates.
Yeah.
Start with those.
Creator, I am so backed up.
Somebody else can get copper.
Yeah, I'm just throwing the iron ore in here first.
Gotcha.
It's nice. We got food. So I've jumped down that before.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, and lucked into hitting a specific tree that broke our fall.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Alright, so we hit that specific tree again.
Or not.
No. Yeah, the ground broke our fall, it's fine.
Yep.
Do, do, do.
Doodles, doodles, doodles. Yeah, later on we get things like a pick and a chainsaw and things like that we can use to cut down trees and do whatnot, but
Oh, we can chainsaw our way through leaves.
How much leaves did it have left?
Like 300 some odd.
Oh.
However, didn't find where it ended up.
I think it's the
Looks like a brown pile. Is it one over from the right? On the bottom row, one over from right.
Yep, there it is.
there we go.
Higher efficiency fuel.
Yep.
And a couple here. And refill the iron ore supply. Couple here.
Throw more plates in.
Iron
Or throw more ingots.
Yeah. Does it have like little small things around it?
Yes.
Huh.
Presumably smaller versions of it. Actually have a little interior room now.
Yeah. I figured that was the case. We just never looked on that side.
Little tiny bunker. don't have any room in your inventory.
Ah, that'd be why. Yeah.
Our inventory is quite small. For now. I assume our inventory gets upgraded from the looks of it.
Yeah, we will almost certainly
Yeah.
like be able to build packs and stuff.
More of those healing nuts there, yeah.
Slugs.
Also, the reward for going up to the next tier is +1 inventory slot, so...
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty straightforward on that one.
And also, since we get vehicles and stuff that we can drive around or just order to different places, we don't have to worry about manually crafting stuff. We can just leave it to their inventory.
Yeah.
Load you all up with all that biomass.
Oh, load it up with that biomass.
So we're burning leaves in order to smelt iron.
No, we're turning these into biomass or burn those. It's not. But continue.
Yeah, the biomass is creating power. And the smelter that we're powering with it is...
Okay, this has to be working on an atomic or subatomic level to get enough energy from leaves to actually power a hamster wheel, let alone an iron or smelter.
Future physics, don't question it.
Yep. You're asking an awful lot of questions instead of improving the efficiency of your base.
Incredibly high energy leaves.
Yep.
They perform super photosynthesis.
Oh, we've got those power slugs.
Do you have power?
Nice
Icon,
dark
icon.
clouds.
Yeah. Gonna sludge the hell out of Grand Canyon. Alright.
Okay, well, I need to get far enough in this game to build an oil to build an oil shipping line so we can crash it into a coastline just to teach them seals a lesson in complacency.
That is almost certainly a thing, actually.
Yeah, it is actually a pretty common thing in these style of games to have some sort of pollution mechanic. In Factorio, for instance, that is quite literally one of the major problems. Is that as your factory expands further and further, you get more and more machines, which produce more and more pollution, which is exactly how you piss off the alien life forms that are there.
Yes. And then they
Which then
start
attack
crushing
you and destroy all your shit.
Yeah. But can we act as full-on Captain Planet villains just because?
I mean, technically speaking, in Factorio, once you actually get defenses up to a certain level, you basically do end up just polluting the whole fucking planet because the aliens can't do shit to you.
That's what that's for.
Yeah, they like their employees. They give you a gun.
I mean, to be fair, in Factorio, you're also ostensibly a robot, and therefore took some actual resources to produce.
I convert my resources. Well, he did convert biomass.
Alright, so we should be getting close to being able to do the next upgrade.
Yes, I'm working on the iron plates right now, and we only need 2 more.
We need one more reinforced iron plate.
One more reinforced iron plate, which I can.
Can you just craft it?
Yeah, should be able to. Need to make more rods, so more ingots.
More ingots.
There we go. And I can make the one more plate. Then go retrieve whatever plates we have from the constructor. A little bit more than halfway there.
Yep. I'm just going to start dropping in. What we have.
The cable, not the wire. So it's the one over to the left. There you go. You can just double click.
Double-click.
Okay. With concrete. And there's reinforced. Okay.
Looks like we need one more concrete also.
Yes.
That's fine.
More stone.
Yeah.
To the stone.
That way.
Stop by the constructor on the way back and
Yep.
grab what's left.
Oh, we got automated things set up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, as far as I can tell, the purity of the deposit also impacts the actual drills. So that one's actually doing 2 per second.
Yeah. Is it only holding up to 1 at a time or 100 at a time?
Still only holds 100.
Okay. But it will gain faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the capacity of the thing is the capacity of the thing. It has nothing to do with the actual vein it's on.
Which makes sense, but
I go check the constructor.
I don't know. It could do something weird, like it'll do 100 vines before it has to be cleared out. But a mine that gives you more resources still counts as one vine.
Should be enough, I think.
yep.
Yep. Boom.
Bam. Oh, we have a room now.
Yep.
We had a room before,
We
now
have
it actually has stuff in
beds.
it.
You have unlocked new buildings and acreage, which can be found
Beds, monitors, menus hanging from the ceiling.
Biomass wood.
Yep, we can turn wood into biomass now.
Ah, so they thought of that one.
What's that?
Well, in Factorio, your system just doesn't produce its full amount of power if you're not using it.
Uh-huh.
In this one, they're actually saying don't overload your power network or you're going to have suboptimal performance.
Ah.
So can we craft a gun now?
No.
Aw.
Okay, so
A
now...
stun baton, and you'll like it.
Yes, now we can
Why?
do conveyors.
Well, I asked this question because if you notice in the workshop they were actually targeting.
Yes.
Yeah. So it looks like we have...
Those have been there since we built the workshop.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Foundations are just flat places to build things, and ramps. And then...
Up and down.
Like walls.
So yeah, we can make like internal buildings that are just dedicated to something, like a building full of
Yep.
conveyors and stuff like that. I am guessing that, like Factorio, something's going to start attacking us at some tier. Probably not.
Considering there is literally a checkbox in the setting called arachnophobia mode, I'm fairly certain there are spiders.
Okay. Okay.
Check and see what we need for the next hub upgrade.
Yes, that's good. Yeah.
Because the objectives are no longer actually the thing we need, it's the overall objective that we need. Okay, so we need 100 iron plates, 75 rods.
20 concrete and 20 cables.
Yep.
So stuff we just kind of have or can make already.
Yep. Set the constructor.
Oh yes. Still gonna need plates.
Yep. And we can also build conveyors to feed directly from the smelter into that, so we can just keep feeding iron
Yeah.
Yep.
into
So
the smelter.
We need conveyor poles.
A sip of that rock doesn't screw us.
I'm guessing what we can do is we can do this.
It had the
Yeah.
connecting line.
There we go.
Oh, there you go. Which means you probably need to adjust that other one.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have a deconnecting line.
F for dismantler.
Okay.
You're also going to want to probably do the belt from the existing pole to the thing first.
Oh, close. No, other direction. That, yep, towards it. Yeah, it has to be in line with the exit thing. So
It also doesn't necessarily need to be there. You can try to do a belt from the current pole to that thing and see if it'll work. Yeah, you can pull a belt off of it first.
oh yeah. There we go.
Grant is doing copper right now, so.
Yeah.
So what do you need copper into?
I mean, we could have it crafted into wires, which we're going to need for cables anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. The beginnings of automation.
Yep.
What the hell's the name of that?
Da, 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 da.
Powerhouse by Raymond Scott. Apparently recorded in 1937.
Makes sense.
Just to have it.
No, I'm going to build a second smelter.
Ah.
Have one do copper and one do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've reached the point where that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, Leroy Anderson was a bit later.
Hmm?
Leroy Anderson, a lot of the music you hear are in, like, old,
Yes, all the old like
Cartoons.
Looney Tunes, Merry Melody
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that particular one was Powerhouse by Raymond Scott.
yeah.
I found this by literally Google searching for Looney Tunes factory music.
I work 9.5 hours a day, so my brain wasn't working well enough to Google anything.
Yeah.
Okay, now go grab some stuff from the mines. Grabbing stuff from the mines.
It looks like this game does also do sort of the Factorio thing where that whole deposit is considered one thing rather than individual sections of it, so that's nice at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go and grab our copper again.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like this is actually a pretty smooth start for this type of game, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Actually does kind of get kicking faster than Factorio tends to, which is nice.
I'm guessing this is going to be a sand deposit of some kind, which means we're going to need glass
Almost certainly.
at some point.
Glass, silicone.
Yeah, exactly. So
So again, important thing to remember, this game is currently in early access. So only goes up to tier 6. I think there's a plan to be 10 tiers. I don't remember off the top of my head, but...
This is running pretty smooth, though, for early access.
Yeah.
So that's,
Well, I mean, again, this is a game that's been in development for a couple of years before they even went into early access. They're using early access under sort of one of the actual base definitions, which was just another way of saying beta.
Yeah.
also, one of the handy things is this game fully expects you, unlike Factorio, to go 3D with your models.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I mean,
So-
Factorio literally doesn't do that because it's an isometric game.
Well, yeah.
But
I'm not saying it is a bad or a good thing. I'm just saying, like, because it's in 3D, you now have the option to build in 3D.
Yep.
So a lot of these buildings have
yeah, you can stack.
ladders on them.
It's also why you can build ramps and platforms.
Yeah, exactly.
We're digging it a lot, Hunter Green. I mean, this is a game type that, at the very least, myself and Krampus play a lot of.
Yep.
Like, a lot of. We were just saying, it's got a really good, smooth start compared to, like, say, probably the next favorite in this type of genre, which would be Factorio. This gets kicking a lot faster, and you feel like you're accomplishing a lot more a lot quicker. And I'm digging the first-person perspective. I don't mind the isometric perspective of Factorio a lot, though I know there are a lot of people that aren't particularly big fans of it. But this is more of the thing. If you're a fan of, like, a Subnautica-style game, big like that, it's got, the more sort of new-gen graphics. It's got the first-person perspective, which is going to appeal to a lot more people than, say, something like Factorio, which, while a great game, does have kind of a dated feel.
Also, for a game that looks this good, it runs real smooth. We have not hit frame rate hiccups or hitches or anything like that. It is very nice.
Constructors, what we're looking for.
Need reinforced for that.
Yes, we do need reinforced plates, but we can make those real quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
The objective-based start is really nice and really does kind of guide you into doing stuff pretty smoothly. I actually need a couple iron plates as well.
Yeah. Screws. I'm looking forward to seeing like what kind of sorting stuff and what kind of machine logic we can start putting into this when we get into the later eras.
You needed more plate, actually, not more screws for that. Yeah, sorting logic could be interesting. I'm of two minds in regards to the multiplayer in this, honestly. On the one hand, I could see how it could be a fun multiplayer game. For me, I feel like I would probably have more fun with it single player, just as a sort of chill and do my own thing kind of game. It's sort of the same way I feel about Factorio, honestly. Like, Factorio totally has multiplayer. I don't really like multiplayer Factorio. We need to make wire, or cable, rather.
Oh, yes. Good. Lucky for us, we got some wire here.
Yep. I mean, for now, you may as well convert a ton of it into cable, because we need cable not only for that constructor, but also for the actual hub upgrade.
Yep.
That should be good.
Yeah.
Also deposit stuff in the chest, because may as well.
Well, Hunter Green, we did an entire multiplayer Stardew Valley game.
Oh, yeah. No, that wasn't on stream, but yeah, Shiv, myself, and Krampus played the bejesus out of Stardew Valley multiplayer. I think we literally played that for probably 4 or 5 months, once a week.
Yeah, we went all the way through.
We
both
literally,
years.
we literally completed a full 2-year run. Stardew Valley is also probably my favorite game of all time. So while we had our once a week gaming nights, with the three of us doing online gaming, and we were doing a multiplayer farm for that, I also had 2 other single player farms I was playing at the same time. So I will never not play Stardew Valley. But yeah, no, Stardew multiplayer is awesome. If you are considering doing it, I do recommend doing it on the PC version rather than the Switch version. Switch version, unfortunately, does have some connection issues.
Just connect between the two of them.
Yeah, you should be able to do just belts.
Okay, no. Too long.
No, we don't short of play. It's not too long. The poles are literally there for creating like turns.
Well, it looks like it'll turn. Unless you want specific turn points.
It'll only
It's
it'll
like
only turn.
turns.
Yeah, it's to get around things.
Yeah.
Specifically. Yeah, PC version is way more stable, and the nice thing about PC version of Stardew Valley versus doing the multiplayer in the PC version of Stardew versus the Switch version is because there are mods for the PC version. Each individual player can essentially have their own mods set up if they have any accessibility issues or things like that for playing Stardew, and it works perfectly fine with multiplayer. It doesn't care at all. While we were playing our multiplayer game, I actually have a couple mods that I like to put on that just help me have more info and stuff about what's going on, and it didn't even question it, even though Krampus and Shiv... What are you trying to do?
The keyboard.
Regular keyboard issues.
Yeah. Yep. So, even though Krampus and Shiv did not have the mods installed that I did, it didn't even blink at it. It just said, yeah, you're playing Stardew Valley, whatever, man. So all the mod stuff is handled locally.
Naturally, it handles 4.
Yeah, naturally it handles 4. There is actually a mod that technically handles up to infinity, but it's glitchy.
Yeah.
And if we're being totally honest, having more than 4 honestly would kind of make the game not terribly fun. Even with just the 3 of us, we had shattered the economy of Pelican Town over our knee by the end of the first year.
Yeah.
To the point where I think literally by the time we actually reached the end of the second year, we were fast approaching $1 million just sitting around with nothing to do with it.
Well, that's the other thing. When we ended, I sold off my giant stock of plants I was turning into jams, and the last day it was like $1.5 million.
Yeah, we and that was just with 3 people. Now, one of the nice things that I do constantly bring up is when you're actually setting up the multiplayer game, you can actually adjust the economy. So you can have things be worth half value or a quarter value to try and compensate for the multiplayer thing. I don't actually recommend doing that personally, just because it makes the game, kind of the point of the game is not really the acquisition of tons of money. That's not what you're playing the game for. You're playing the game to kind of chill and do the farming and mining and whatever it is you like doing in the game. So the money isn't really the big thing, and all that having the money come quicker when you have multiple people being able to work does is sort of facilitate you getting into the really fun parts of the game faster. So I personally don't recommend doing the economy adjustment, but it's again one of those things where I could understand why somebody would do it.
I personally would probably do the half economy with 4 people, just to balance it out a little bit.
I could see that.
Because it got very silly with the 3 of us at a certain point.
Yeah, my only thing about it is my concern with that is that early game would be much more of a pain in the ass just because certain things like the backpack upgrades have to be purchased individually. So that's 12,000 gold per person to get the full backpack.
But you have 4 people generating money that you wouldn't normally have. So
you do, but it's not... 4 people generating money doesn't necessarily get you 4 times the money. Because, especially early game, a lot of the times, as you're building crop bases and stuff like that, having 4 people doesn't make crops grow any faster.
No, but it allows you to effectively manage more crops because you have
it does.
People to be able to plant and farm.
It does, but I don't know. It's for me, I personally if I'm any multiplayer farm that I run, I'm never going to do economy adjustment on. I just don't think it's. I don't think economy is really part of the factor of fun in the game, so it doesn't bother me that you make a ton of money quickly when you have multiplayer going. But again, it's something I could understand people doing. And yeah, if you're looking for somebody to join in on that, Hunter, like I said, I am always down to play Stardew Valley. Or, failing that, if you want somebody along providing all kinds of strange and interesting insight into that game. Because it is a game I've followed since fairly early on in the beta, and have been more deeply engrossed in the lore, both in-universe and in our world, about that game than probably any other game in existence. Plus, playing multiplayer just allows me to completely indulge in my favorite thing and not have to worry about anything else.
So basically,
Fishing.
fish.
Yes.
Yep, fishing.
Hey, the game without fishing in it.
This game has fishing in it. Yeah, no, I would say, honestly, out of the 2 years in-game that we played, I probably spent in total roughly 1 3/4 years fishing. I mean, not the least of which being it's honestly a really good way to get money early game. Yeah, a lot of people have a lot of trouble with the Stardew Valley fishing minigame. I can, again, totally understand that. If you have not played nearly as many fishing games as I have, it's kind of a bizarre and weird take on it, but is far from the hardest, even in that style of game. A couple of the Harvest Moon games had way harder fishing mechanics, actually, than even the Stardew Valley one. What are you looking at?
I'm looking to see how much we had in there right now.
There was 80.
Okay.
Now it sounded like 78, 77.
Cool.
Yeah, the mining is fun. Working your way down to the bottom of the mines can be pretty entertaining. Again, in our multiplayer game, I think Krampus did a lot of mining. Shiv did a fair amount of mining. I mostly waited until they hit the checkpoint levels in the mines that had fishing ponds in them, and then just went to those.
I didn't do any progression mining.
No, but we did a lot
I
of...
just went mining to get rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strangely, as much as I love fishing, I don't actually really like the fishing farm.
Fishing farm.
So one of the things they added in one of the very first updates to the game was a bunch of variant farm layouts you could have. Because there was just the default farm, which just kind of had a lot of farmland and not really much else to it. But then with the actual 1.1, they added a bunch of variant farms. One of which is the fishing farm, which has a bunch of like rivers and stuff running through it. And so has a lot of area you can actually fish in. But it decreases the amount of actual like arable land for planting crops and stuff like that. I don't actually like the fishing farm that much, solely because it doesn't really have anything unique to it. There aren't any fish that can only be caught there by any means. So you're basically giving up a bunch of arable land for the sake of not having to screen transition to go fishing, which, who cares?
Yeah.
There are actually much more beneficial farm ones. I mean, the base farm itself is really good because it has the most arable land out of any of them. Alternatively, the mining farm is really good because it gives you early access to a lot of like copper ore and
you
also
get some
geodes.
Yeah, we did the forest farm.
We did the forest farm, which will get you like mushrooms and forest
and
fruits,
has the hard logs in it.
yeah, it has hard logs on it, so you can get hardwood, which is also a good thing. Basically, the only two that I don't think are worth it are the fishing farm and the monster farm.
Monster farm.
There's one where basically at night monsters will spawn on your farm,
Yeah.
but it's more annoying than anything else because there's no way to prevent the monsters from spawning at your farm, basically.
Alright. Next upgrade.
Is there any benefit to this? Or
Yeah, you get the monster drops off of them when you kill them.
Yeah, and there's technically a unique monster that spawns, the golem.
Grass golem, but
Yeah, which can drop wild seeds, I think.
yeah, but wild seeds aren't super hard to come by.
Not especially. Basically, it's a way to get
We have a
get
turtle.
wild seeds outside of actually leveling up foraging to be able to make the wild seed packs. is what
Yes,
it was.
foraging, the hardest of all skills to level up. You run around and grab shit.
Yeah.
So we have 2 generators now.
Yeah. So first off, we're going to put up our
Twice the power.
final objective of tier
Yep.
0.
Click on Hub Upgrade 5.
Oh, 500 wire. There you go.
Yeah, right? That is 30 concrete, 150 iron rods, 150 iron plates.
Okay.
I enjoyed the farming too, especially when my farm was like 250 plants that were automatically watered, and then another like 100 plants inside my house.
And I just claimed the greenhouse for the purposes of winemaking.
Well, all we made in the greenhouse was star fruit.
Yeah.
Ancient
So
fruit.
Or ancient fruit, yeah.
Yes, which was all there to be turned into ancient fruit wine.
yeah. So coming back to the game briefly here. This is what we were talking about with the miner. Like, this is a stationary miner.
So this is rather
We
than
cannot
the
move
mobile ones, we can throw that down and then put conveyor belts off of it.
Ah.
Yeah. But we can automatically have this feeding into the iron smelter now.
Yeah.
To just make whatever. And one of the ingredients for it is, in fact, the portable miner. So we're going to
Yeah, pick that up.
Let's pick it up. And then, because we have all the other ingredients for it already, we're just going to... Yeah, but it does have to sit, I think, over the...
Yeah, it sits over the central point.
Yeah. So, build that.
It still says encroaching others clearance. Keep rotating it.
Oh, there's a rock right there.
Just rotate it until it goes green. Eventually do it. Maybe. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, is there a way to break off that middle section of the...
No, that is the actual node.
Because that seems to be what's preventing it from actually placing.
Possible?
What's that warning it has there?
Encroaching others clearance.
Are we 2?
This might also just be a bug.
Yeah, I mean, this is early access. It's entirely possible. Let's go see if we can do it over on the stone.
Yeah.
Hey, I'd be happy to do it with you.
Here somewhere.
It's a little to your right, in the sun.
There it is.
That's right there. Grab all this rock.
Okay, so this one will totally let us do it.
Also, apparently that central piece is pure.
Yep.
Yeah.
It might be that the chunk in the center is pure, but only has a limited supply, and then it breaks.
Possibly.
Yeah, because I think the
Yeah,
issue
we
is
seem
it
to-
can't place in that large.
Yeah, we just need to go empty our reserves into...
Yeah.
somewhere.
Can you place it? No, can't place it on top of it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Alrighty, no worries, Hunter. Have fun. That's limestone. There's iron ore.
Put the limestone away.
Yeah.
Go and put the limestone away.
Let's start chipping at this rock. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go. Okay. Pick that guy up.
Okay, yeah.
Now we can.
Yep.
Now the output in the right direction.
About it like that.
Yeah.
Boom.
And this we may need to do poles for. We can see, though.
Yep.
We will definitely need to do power out here, so...
Yes.
Yeah, more rods.
More rods. More rods.
Hey, thank you for the follow, Super Freak Lagos. How you doing? Gonna get you. It never gets better. Dracula perfect selection. Just perfect rap selection. Just Castlevania. Konami, why?
Is our pole too far away?
No, I ran out of...
Oh, connector points.
not connection points. I ran out of
Iron plates.
iron plates and iron rods, so...
Hey, Jennerin, how you doing?
So like you can just pick things up directly from the conveyor belt.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it's on there.
Yep, no worries, Jim. Thank you for the follow. With that, I think we're actually up to 10 followers now, because some people who are on the goddamn team haven't actually followed our Twitch account.
Omega Dark Cat.
Yeah! You! Sir.
Vince.
Yeah.
You follow our YouTube yet?
Yes, they follow our YouTube.
Okay.
They just don't follow our Twitch. I was looking the other day, just because I was checking on stuff as I was setting it up. No, that one I think actually has 4 coming off of it. So
Yeah, max connections.
and you cannot connect another one to that, so you got to run one probably off the one in the back.
Yep.
Because the one in the back should still have one more.
Yes. So I need to build another.
You can take off one of the wires we have right now, connect to that pylon, then connect from that pylon. back to
Or
the
we could
machine.
just connect,
Yeah.
build another power pole right here. It's kind of the
We'll
same
probably
either
need it
way.
anyways. Eventually, too, so...
Yeah. Like, we should basically do our best to try not to ever have full up connectors, just so we always have spares that we can run to other places if needed. From there to that boy. Then start running conveyor belts off of it.
I assume there's a max length we can have a conveyor belt. Or
You would be wrong.
not, apparently.
Yeah, the conveyor belts are only... the poles are only needed if you need to turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're just doing a straight shot like this, then.
Okay, now to get the copper.
I mean, we can
Yeah.
Yeah?
run a long ass conveyor belt, but
We'll probably need poles for that one.
almost certainly.
We'll actually want to turn that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have to go down to an edge, then go down a hill.
Hill,
so-
yeah.
We'll also need to run power out there, so...
Yes,
Yes.
we also need to run power out there. Alternatively, because it's not that far away, we just throw like 5 of the auto miners on it.
Yeah, but those don't auto empty, unfortunately.
No, we'd have to go down there and grab like 500 ore every once in a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
Realistically,
there's what we needed.
Storage
Yes,
container.
storage
Okay.
containers. Excellent.
Source.
Yeah, so I need to build 10 iron rods.
Yeah, we are quite enjoying it so far.
Realistically, it would make it a little bit easier if the copper container was on the other side, but still,
Yeah.
or the copper industry was on the other side. But yeah,
It's fine.
Make me rods. Okay.
so I'm assuming we can't split output.
Not yet.
Probably not yet, but almost certainly.
Almost certainly we can at some point. That is, again, a pretty common feature of these games is to have some sort of load balancer or auto
Or
sorter
auto
for
sorter.
conveyors. That'll do one intake and separate it evenly into 2 outputs.
Okay. Put some stuff in the chest.
Or if you are playing Factorio, chains of said separators.
Yes, a little grabby gloss.
No, you just there's the thing that literally takes in a conveyor belt and separates it into 2 output conveyor belts. And typically what'll happen is you'll chain 3 or 4 of those like deep
Yeah.
in order to actually get
This goes here,
singular
everything else. This goes
singular
here, everything
ores
else.
to
This
like
goes
the
here,
6
everything
different
else.
places it needs to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, honestly, just for load balancing, because a lot of times, especially early on, the actual processing facilities you have process ore much slower than the mines, than the drills produce the ore.
So
And
have
so-
to go to multiple processors at once.
Not necessarily the multiple processors at once, but quite literally, you use the conveyors
break
to.
off the things while you're here.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
center
Yes.
of
But yeah, you use the splitters to actually get both sides of a conveyor belt loaded, because in Factorio there are actually 2 separate sides of a conveyor.
Yeah.
And so what it'll do is it'll load onto whatever side the actual drill is on, but not load the other side. So you grab a splitter and have another conveyor belt come off the splitter and loop back to the far side of the belt,
So it
and it'll end up
fills the
loading
side.
both sides of the belt. It's an insanely bizarre mechanical thing that the game never actually tells you to do, but once you play it for a decent amount of time, you just kind of figure it out.
Wow. It's weird that they have 2 sides of the conveyor belt like that, though.
It's so that it doesn't run into conflict if you've got a drill on either side of the belt loading up. So it doesn't try and place an item in the same spot, because it'll look and go, oh, this spot is empty, and if both sides try and place it at the same time, it would create a conflict, and so it just does weird stuff.
Yes.
I mean, you could do that. You could also just build the stuff to build an actual miner down there, and we'll run the conveyor belt.
Well, it's going to take more time, so we're going to have to build a bunch of wire.
Well, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go...
a bunch of pylons.
I'm going to
actually
get the stuff to
power
build
down
a storage container. I'm going to build the miners down there, and I'm just going to make them go to a storage container. And then we can pull out of the storage container until we get the stuff to make the belt over here.
And what does it take to actually make conveyor belts?
Logistics says...
Literally 1 iron plate, like virtually nothing.
there. Well, it's one iron plate for some amount of length. It's less the iron plate that's going to be required to get the conveyor belts over there, and more the power getting over there with all the wire and the pylons and everything we'll have to get going all the way across.
My style of play in this kind of thing is, since we have the access to build the stuff now, there's no reason not to just build the stuff now, instead of at some nebulous later date when we assume we will have more. I don't know, like...
Well, I was saying, we can build this stuff now, but it doesn't hurt us to set up the auto miners down there and get resources.
No.
Especially since we're going to need the copper to
No
build
power.
the wire to get
No
the
power,
conveyor
right.
belts.
Probably need to go throw more biomass into the machine.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have almost certainly run out at this point
Make
because
more
we've been
biomass.
running off of the pull lever to reset fuse. We blew a fuse.
Oh, okay. So we made
We peaked out the actual power thing. We may actually want to run stuff off the other.
Yes.
Yeah, we're probably running off of one.
In
It's
fact,
too much
we can.
power.
We should actually probably just run a duplicate system. So attach power line into, like, say, that pole there from the second burner.
Yeah.
We need more cable.
Yeah.
Right. I put the cable away.
So that way we have both of them feeding into it. We can feed some biomass into that second burner, which go ahead and grab biomass out if we don't have it on us. There should actually be some constructed biomass in there, unless we grabbed it earlier.
So
There's biomass.
there we go.
We can make more biomass.
Yeah. Yeah, we can make another, like,
Yeah.
12. It takes 10 leaves per,
Yeah, we also have biomass wood.
which we can make a ton of.
An expansion.
Oh, no, we can make 72
Yeah.
biomass leaves. And yeah, we may as well convert all our wood into biomass as well. Wood is pretty much entirely used for fuel purposes anyways.
Okay.
Okay. So now, before you turn that back
I'm
on...
dumping power
Yeah.
into both of them, or things into both of them. So. Yes, and
More biomass.
Just double click. Before you turn that back on, hook the other generator into the system so it doesn't immediately blow the fuse again.
there we go. Okay.
Okay, now turn the other thing back on. There we go.
And immediately spiking.
Yes, but our capacity is much higher now.
Ah, yeah, because the second one's actually going. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we have doubled the potential capacity. So even though we hit the same demand, we've
We have the more.
doubled the capacity now, so we're
Yeah.
fine.
Ah. So we build more of those.
Probably once we hit the next level.
Hit Q?
Like right now, we
I
can't.
presume at a certain point, power generation will just be a building we can build.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like right now, we can't build another.
Yeah, I don't know that we're going to get more specifically of those, but we will get power generation of some sort.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to get like solar power at some point.
Just because if you look, like, that section where those are is basically full right now at the hub. Technically speaking, I think we can build another hub, but
Can we?
yeah, go hit Q. Go to special.
Nub.
Oh no, we don't.
Oh no,
have the
it
other thing to
needs the
make
kit from the.
It requires
drop
the
pod,
hub
yeah.
from the drop pod.
Yeah.
Now, theoretically, we may be able to find like other drop pods on the planet at some point.
There's a lot of iron ore around the starting area.
There is.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it is possible we may be able to build other hubs, just not.
All right, start rigging up the stuff and bringing copper over.
Yep.
Basically, need to build a bunch of cables. Check what's needed for the actual conveyor poles,
That is.
because I know it's just iron plates for the actual belts, and then
I
the
mean,
poles
we're not going to need a
are
lot of poles, but
Plate.
rods, plate, and concrete. So
Yeah.
we've got all the rods we need already. We just need to basically make some concrete and grab some plates.
to the stone,
Stew.
the Dean stone.
Which this we also probably should go ahead and set up a miner and just feed into an actual container.
Yeah.
If we don't actually process stone, or we could technically feed it into a constructor making concrete if we wanted to, but
Yeah.
This is not the stone,
Is this stone?
is it?
Yeah.
No.
No. No, this is just rocks.
That's just rocks.
It is not limestone.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it is.
it is.
Huh.
It's probably just set up in such a way that the miner.
Oh, I don't have
Flipping.
concrete is why.
Ah, okay.
It requires concrete to build. So
Right, start mining.
Yep.
well, I have 200 limestone back at actual base.
Yeah. It's cool.
Yep.
We got this.
We got it.
Limestone, we haven't turned it into concrete yet.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Well, one of the things we can do is we can build this miner and then just build a
Constructor.
constructor that just
Construction
makes
that turns it into concrete.
concrete for us.
And then feed out of that constructor into a storage container so that it won't cap at 100 and just stop all
Yes.
things.
Well, no, actually build more concrete. So in case
Yeah.
we need a turner.
I just turned most of our stone into concrete, and that's the only thing we use it for at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if we're setting up automation.
Yeah, we're going to need it to build at least a handful of poles as well for the conveyor. So
Yeah.
conveyor and tower.
And the power, yeah.
Concrete is useful.
Yeah, this is. I'm definitely digging this.
Yeah, it actually looks pretty solid so far.
From the same guys who made Goat Simulator. Just goes to show they're a varied team.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're able to make something like Goat Simulator work,
Yeah,
you can make a Factorio work.
there we go.
That's going to be a rough exit.
Yeah, do not point it directly into the
Point
trees,
directly into
please.
trees.
Go around.
You
this
may
way.
need some elevation.
That'll be fine.
Or just point it away from the fucking
In
trees.
Elevation.
We don't need to particularly we don't need to actually drag it like all the way back over to our base if we don't want to. We could pretty easily just.
Don't put the conveyor belt down, or the conveyor pole down yet.
Yeah.
If we want to actually get it back to our base before we start smelting it, but
Well, I mean,
Probably want to throw down the storage container wherever we're going to put that before we.
That is true.
Or the constructor and then
The
the storage
constructor,
container.
Constructor, I need reinforced plates. Reinforced plates.
Yes. So we have reached that point, which is inevitable at the early game era of pretty much all of these types of games, wherein we're like, okay, we could technically be working directly towards the next actual objective upgrade, but it's a lot better for us to build some infrastructure.
yeah.
I'm going to drop off nothing because I need everything in my inventory for the building right now.
we're not strapped for inventory space.
Okay. Whoop. Whoop. Oh.
Ah. So do we want to just set up the stuff all the way out here, or do we want to bring it all the way back to base?
Probably just want to bring it all the way back to base. Although the constructor doesn't matter as much, and we can actually kind of use it as a way of turning around these nonsense.
Yeah, we can set the constructor at a different angle, pointed more towards base, and just have a conveyor running from.
Straight into it, so
Like
we
a
don't have to use a pole.
Yeah.
So turn that around.
Kind of that
Kinda move it
away.
forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there should be good.
Yeah.
Bye.
And then just put a conveyor into it. Should just
Yeah.
Shoot.
and that can go straight into storage
Yeah.
back at base.
Yeah.
You don't need
Why are you putting holes?
I was checking to see if the conveyor pole will snap to an existing one.
Why would it need to?
My theory is that my theory that I was working on was that poles can stop an entire belt from getting destroyed. Like if they get attacked by something and... Okay.
Possibly.
So,
But that's hard to test without us actually being attacked by things.
yes. Okay, so that's limestone, and then we just do straight back to...
Yep.
Throw down a storage
Figure
container
out
over
the
there.
storage container. And then,
Yep.
Probably near these other two things as well. I assume we can only feed one conveyor into it.
Yes,
So.
the storage container only has one entrance.
Yeah.
So.
is it maybe later on we can combine
Yes, we will later surely have the ability to like merge.
conveyors, in which case we get multiple things feed in. But
Ah, good. Input and output.
Yes, it does have output. So if later we have a thing that we can feed concrete into, we can just throw it from here directly.
Yeah, and then it's got just all that inventory space.
Yep.
Work with. Okay, so 3.
We need more iron plates.
So grab iron plates.
Yep.
do we have to power the storage container?
Storage container now.
Okay.
We'll have to power all the other stuff,
Yeah.
but
God, that would be dumb.
I don't know, it has an output, so.
Hmm.
I also presume it's capable of storing more than one type of thing.
Yes, it's a storage container. You can throw whatever the hell you want in there. Just
okay.
for the actual belt, it only has one input and one output for belts. Pretty sure you can turn around, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We lost the.
Hold on.
I think it's
Conveyor belt is too long. Is the
Okay.
message I'm
Okay.
getting
So
down
we
there.
do have to put a pole in there somewhere.
Yes.
I think it's gonna account
Yeah,
for
there
the
you go.
pole here.
It automatically snapped, so you can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then boom.
Okay, so there is a actual maximum length to
Yeah.
belts. Okay, now we just need to get power out there.
Yep.
Like, these conveyors don't need power.
Yep. That's, again, a pretty common conceit
Yeah.
for these types of games, just because it would be a tremendous pain in the ass otherwise.
Where is that power?
How far can we get a power line to go?
Well, considering I think the power lines do the same thing that
Conveyors do
Conveyors do.
auto, do the pole if
Yeah,
you get too
so-
far.
I'm going to go back here and attach this to,
Well, at least go that far.
and then we're going to see.
Yeah, just
how
start
far.
running a power line and it will.
Okay, yeah, it'll force a pole when it needs to, and I assume that'll blink out when we get too far.
Yep. Turns out we can go really fucking far.
Apparently.
Turns out we can just go all the way over here. We don't want to because we need a pole because we
Yeah.
have two things over here. But
Yeah.
Yep, just drop that bad boy right there.
yeah, it's not that surprising. Generally, power lines they're going to let go really far just
Yeah.
because you need more
Okay.
cables.
Yeah, more cables.
Cables. Skyhook.
That's unrealistic. You didn't jump into that and electrocute yourself with uncovered wire.
These are insulated wires. We're not stupid.
Or
Our
malicious.
Minecraft says different.
Hey, that's malice, not stupidity.
Yeah, we could have made those insulated cables. We have plenty of hemp. Chose to punish Robert for jumping around.
Well, that seems like a good idea in general. But
Not warn him about it.
it's insulated with hemp.
Cloth, yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
It's insulated cloth?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
We don't have rubber.
We do it for trees.
It's capacity 40, consuming 18. We're
Okay,
fine.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can check out power poles to actually.
Yeah.
Like, technically speaking, we do have rubber trees, but they're not the rubber.
Yes.
They're not the mod where the rubber trees actually produce rubber,
Correct.
which is unfortunate because that has super rubber trees.
Yeah.
It'd be another giant tree I could grow.
Okay, we should go start getting the stuff set up for copper now as well.
Yep.
So
There's
we
like
should,
bags of concrete.
but we can also
Wait,
just
hold
watch
on.
this thing.
Hold on,
right?
very importantly, hop on that conveyor belt.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
On the conveyor.
Yeah.
Stop moving. Yeah.
Yes, it will auto. It's a
All right, we
conveyor
need
belt.
more of these.
Whee!
Screw Billy a giant
Yeah,
industrial
grab more
complex.
plates.
We're just gonna build conveyor belts everywhere.
Those.
Now hop into that smelter.
I tried.
All right. So I recommend, just like we did with that, to effectively build backwards
Okay.
For doing the,
for getting the copper back over to here.
Yep.
yeah. Now the copper we will have to build. Or granted we had to build,
Yeah, we had to build from those
Yeah,
too, but it does
conveyor
automatically.
poles.
yeah, the poles. We may need a specific pole here to get around the electrical pole there.
When I say build backwards, I mean go down to where the copper deposit is,
And then
build
start
the
from
miner, and start working your way back from the miner.
Yeah.
Actually, make sure I have the stuff for the miner on me before I go charging over there. Yes, I have concrete and I have.
Do we? Oh yeah, we got.
Yeah,
several
we're gonna
of those
grab
down there.
the portable miners down there, but I have
that's right,
all
yeah.
the other stuff that I need.
It does have the portal miners down there.
Yeah.
All we're really doing is putting a frame around the portable miner, attaching a belt to it.
Pretty much.
It's over here. Oh, it's some kind of death cloud.
It is some sort of death cloud.
Go run into it. Or at least go
Oh.
kind of look at it.
That's definitely a cloud.
That's a thing.
Yeah, there's some sort of mushroom or something in there that's generating said death
Go
cloud.
poke it.
Build a miner first.
That's probably a wise idea, actually.
Yeah, about that way.
Yeah.
There's the miner.
Yeah. The,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah. The conveyor poles seem more just like a marker thing.
Well, it does go from point to point.
Yeah.
So if you do need to curve around specific objects, you'll need conveyor poles.
Yeah. It does seem to do a pretty good job of curving, though. You're probably gonna have to stop that like there, so you can.
Like, click through the ground.
Don't worry about it.
Don't question it.
It's fine.
It didn't throw up any complaints. We don't care.
Sure enough.
We will care if we come back and it's like hurling copper around because it's clipping through the ground, but I don't think that's going to happen.
No. If the game is not enforcing the law, the laws of physics, then we certainly aren't going to.
We out of materials, or
Probably out of material, maybe.
No, we're not out of materials.
well, it's not letting us build that one.
That's probably because it says can't afford, but it's probably
Yeah, can't afford it.
I guess so. Is materials for something.
It's
It is almost certainly because we can't do the pole and the belt.
Yeah.
Grab more plates.
yep. Grab initial thing. There. So I'm gonna convert this into concrete while we're at it.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun. Crafting.
What?
Also, no power. I think we've blown something again.
Or
Yep.
we're just out of fuel.
Out of fuel.
Yep, out of fuel.
I mean, we did also blow some.
Yes.
Yes.
See, go ahead.
Well, that's probably because one ran out of fuel.
Yes,
and
and
then,
then the other one
Yeah.
spiked because we're
yeah.
using enough power that requires.
That's just straight leaves. I don't think we actually have any biomass on us.
If you have straight leaves, you can make biomass.
Yep.
Keyboard's right there. You can take over. I'm starting to get a bit of an eye strain from
Yep, no worries.
trying to read that.
I'm only going to be going a little while longer anyway, so I'll just take care of it for the remainder of the evening. Yeah, keyboard. Behave.
I'll be right back.
Okay, that one still has fuel. This one needs fuel.
Yep.
Okay. Interestingly, turning one on turns the whole
Yeah,
rig
it
on.
turns the rig on as opposed to an individual side.
Keyboard.
Yeah, overall, I am super into this game. I was really excited about it when it first showed up.
Yep. Keyboard is being a butt.
No, it's all sorts of connectional stuff. There we go.
Right. I could actually see multiplayer of this being fun in a strange way.
I could see this ramping up real quickly, because even just getting to the end of Tier 0 here is taking a lot of stuff. And especially because they mentioned research.
That's a thing.
It's
It's
Mercer!
Mercer!
This spherical object emits gravitational radiation. Initial scans reveal an inner vein-like structure filled with liquid gallium. Purpose and origin unknown. Further analysis required to determine application.
Right.
Cool, we found a space sphere of liquid gallium. Roger.
That is super cancerous.
I am now death.
It
Turns out
is-
space dust is pure cancer.
It is apparently radiating gravity, or gravity radiation. I'm not sure how this works.
They're called gravitons. It's like an actual thing.
Yeah.
Got a particle. Out of line. Or
Out of materials.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does use more plates to make a longer conveyor
It
belt.
does.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
there's very clearly sections of the thing if you look at the build hologram. And I think each section takes a plate.
Yeah, it's not a single up to max length one is one plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the rate we generate plates, it's not really an issue.
No. Alright, now to get power out there.
Yep.
Same way.
Yep.
Whee!
This only takes one! And it's silly. This is probably something that's going to be fixed.
Yeah, I imagine this is eventually going to go the same way as the,
No, that actually just say wire is too long.
Okay, so
There is actually a limit to it.
Okay.
still say wire is too long.
Yes.
Wait.
There you go.
No, yeah.
The limit is ridiculous, but there is a limit.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of ridiculous and kind of not wire general, or you go a pretty long distance of unsupported wire.
More ridiculous is the fact that our belt goes subterranean at one point.
The belt in general is just more ridiculous than the wire.
I am mildly confused as to why, like, the difference between how these work and how the conveyor belts work in that the conveyor belt literally has a point where it's like, this doesn't connect anymore.
Is the
And you
wire,
can see that visually.
is the wire too long, or we're just out of materials?
Out of materials.
Could we connect the wire directly to the generator?
Almost certainly, but I don't want to because we will probably eventually want more miners down there. So
Yeah,
that's
we're gonna have
true,
another
yeah.
Because
miner.
there are at least two nodes
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah. Right, so we should
Yeah,
ride
there's
this
there's
back.
no reason not to put power nodes there. Whee! For future expansion. How much concrete do we have?
there's like 90 some odd in there.
It's a lot of storage space in that thing too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I assume each slot is basically 100, like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Probably safe bet.
Just like our inventory, it's one stack
Yeah.
yeah.
per slot.
per slot, and that stacks to 100.
Yeah.
It's just like that definitely implies we're gonna get connecting conveyor belts at some point because that's a lot of storage of just one item. Otherwise.
Yes.
I mean, we can manually put stuff in there too, but
That's true.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, we need another conveyor belt going the opposite direction. So we can ride that.
I mean, riding conveyor belts is significantly slower than running, but
Yeah.
It is. But is it faster if we run across a conveyor belt?
no. Run speed is run speed.
I mean, it's slower, but at the same time, we can AFK on a conveyor belt.
Make a sandwich.
And you don't have enough wire.
Ah, I used all my wire to make cable. I forgot that it actually takes wire to make these, in addition to cable.
Alright, use all our copper to make wire.
I mean, the copper processor is making wire.
Yeah.
We also have a chunk of copper on ourselves because we picked up.
I mean, it's technically not doing anything right now because
it doesn't have copper.
It doesn't have power? Or no, it doesn't have copper, yeah.
It doesn't have copper. We used all the copper.
we used all the copper that was in there to.
Throw copper in. We have a bunch of copper when we picked up the. We should have like 200 copper on us when we picked
Somewhere.
up
There you go.
Yeah.
the two autominer, or two of the autominers that were down there. We still
Yeah.
have another autominer down there. Now we need. Do we do wire already?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we
I grabbed
wire.
all the wire that was in there.
Yeah.
There was a ton of wire already made. It was just.
Yeah, we just hadn't picked it up.
Yeah, like around there-ish. Most of it.
Let's make sure this is working all right.
Does look like it's mining.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give it a second.
Joe's going down.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm getting output.
There we
Okay.
go.
Hop in that cloud.
No, before that, I actually want to check and make sure that it doesn't fuck up when it hits those sections where it clips through
For clips through the
solid
earth.
ground.
Well, what we should do is jump on the conveyor belt. Right?
Jane, stop this crazy thing.
Oh, look at all that copper. Just a train of it.
We'll have all the pennies we want.
We didn't seem to go over it, okay?
Which both pretty good for it, actually.
Ding, ding. Ding, ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding.
I don't imagine it's going to be an issue because I imagine if there were going to be a clipping issue, I think
would- it would have
the
been
way
nice.
this works is it's just like this is not currently a physics object.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is essentially an inventory object that's held in the inventory of that spot on the belt.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that is the case before we just kind of run off to go do other goofy shit and
Have a pile of copper.
have a
just
pile of
rolling
just
down
copper
the
rocks
hill.
over here, not actually feeding into anything.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
It probably would have yelled at us if it couldn't place it there. my assumption.
Yeah, I wonder what the light was too. I think it's just the ambient blue.
Yeah. This is yeah, Blue Moon.
Yep. Blue moon of Kentucky, shine on. Shock it.
That's the plan. You! Knock it off! Okay.
What
Fine.
does that say?
Huh? Oh, that's the damage message. This is property of such and whatever company we're part of.
Oh, yeah.
Fix it property damaged.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the you are taking damage warning, which I kind of love.
This was the other questionable part, but apparently...
Nope,
Yeah.
that's
Nope,
right
it's
there, no
fine.
problem. Yeah, no, it's in an inventory. The inventory just happens to be.
And if the belt was going to have a conflict issue, it would have told us when we were
Yeah.
doing it.
Sure enough.
Wake up, get up there.
We can apparently have an underground belt without knowing about it.
Secret underground belt.
Okay, what do we actually need to upgrade this?
150 plates.
Basically, we need a bunch of plates and rods at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
Which we're not in any danger of running out of.
Well, we've been producing plates, so we have a decent amount of those. The rods are nearly matter.
Oh, we switched the thing over to making rods instead of plates in a second as soon as we got plates finished.
Yeah.
Shock the plates! Move them faster! Go. Go. Go faster.
I mean, if we need to make plates, we can just go manually harvest the other iron thing that's there and manually make plates.
Sounds like peasant talk to me.
We've enslaved machines to do our bidding. We're not going to suddenly go do things ourselves.
It's something we can actually hit the next tier before we end the stream that way.
I mean, we got like 10 minutes
Yeah.
Yeah.
for our normal end time. We're not really in much risk.
Collective regime
As long as we don't run out of power.
love.
Keep dropping those leaves.
We need a better power source.
I'm assuming in
presumable.
tier 1 we get, like, once we finish tier
Yeah, we're
5.
forever on biomass.
No,
Dropping
the
leaves
next,
into
the next tier is a giant hamster wheel that we walk around in.
No, I'm guessing the next one's actually making charcoal. Like getting wood
Probably.
and...
Yeah, because wood is already a biomass we can make.
Yeah.
Yeah, I assume
I
at
see.
some point we'll get glass or silicon, then we can make solar panels as well.
I assume we can mine trees at the moment.
Well, we can hit
We
trees.
can't...
we can walk up to trees and harvest them.
As I
Yes.
said, mine trees.
It's not mining.
Everything is mining.
Everything is not mining.
explicitly, one of the items in the game is like a chainsaw.
Yeah.
It's in the trailers as well.
Look at all that copper. Big old chain of copper.
Look at all that copper.
Huge ash chain of copper.
Get that copper.
This is what happens when you have a very long conveyor belt.
Yep.
Oh, you get that copper. Put it in the mine. Don't take it out of the mine. Put it in the mine.
Make plates faster. I assume we'll also get more
Yeah,
efficient
we-
machines later too. So
Rods is fine, I assume.
Yep,
Yeah.
we are done with plates.
make rods.
Yes, 'cause these are-
faster.
Right, let's
These
go.
are Mark 1 machines.
Yes, these are all
Yeah.
Mark 1s.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm assuming, like, once we get access to research, we can start talking about, like, oh, here's your faster Mark II, whatever.
Yep.
Right, let's go run off in a direction and see what we can find.
Chunk.
No, we gotta whack it.
Make it work faster. Is he hitting the machine?
I saw this on TF2! Bang, bang, bang.
He's running, jumping
Yeah.
up and down, humping
Still
it.
doesn't know how the Xeno Zapper works.
Oh, he found the ladder.
Is he picking his nose with it? Yeah, he does that.
Work, machine slave.
Oh, it can actually go on the roof of the hub as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
I imagine. Go on the roof of like the hub or something.
Okay.
Can we build up here?
Almost certainly. Try building like a foundation off of here.
Foundation.
Okay, yeah, no.
No.
It's just a way to get up to like second level, so you can like jump off to another thing.
Well, the foundation itself has a
Foundation itself is also to be put on the ground. So
Yeah.
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 And that's a ramp to go up to a foundation.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, probably we can. It's just a matter of at the moment we can't actually really build anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I've been doing like stack storage containers or stack.
I imagine we will also probably eventually get the ability to actually build walkways so we can actually like, go between these.
Things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like some of these have relatively large, just flat tops.
Yep.
Yeah.
With ladders get up there, so I presume we'll be able to do like, walkways between them, and then build on top of those. And
Also, I like the to-do list on the side. Just mark anything as, oh, I want to build this.
Yeah.
Here's what you need to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is helpful.
more rods.
You can also make a number of them. Okay, so you can
Yes,
say
you
like,
can literally sit there and set. You can set a number of them and also multiple things. Like, oh, I want 2 power poles and 2 conveyor poles, and it will track everything.
Nice.
And then you just have a convenient clear list button.
That is really nice. Especially for forgetful people like me.
Yep. It's one of those things like in Factorio, I usually have like a notepad open where I keep track of like, okay, I need to build this to get to this, to get to this, to get to this. And Factorio actually does automate a lot of it. If you're manually building, you can click the thing and it'll auto build all the previous stuff to get to that. But it's still like, oh, I need to go grab like this thing and this thing and this thing. It's nice to have it just kind of built into the game where it'll just throw it up on the side like that.
Yeah.
House.
How much more we need?
Pretty close. Huh? 33.
33.
So yeah, we'll finish that up and then probably wrap it for the evening.
Yep.
We'll see what we unlock in Tier 1 as a view beyond.
What?
So that was pointless.
What?
You grabbed a bunch of stuff off the conveyor belt that was going into the same machine that you put it into.
Did I put it in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I meant to grab it to go manually make some. But whatever. Just because there is actually a slight backlog on the production machine.
Yeah, no, I understand that part at least, but it's why that one's actually got a stop conveyor belt at the moment. Well, then we can only hold 100 in the machine itself.
I can't read the numbers. Tiny numbers, bad eyes.
Yeah, we're at like 126, I think
Well,
that
the
is.
television
Yeah.
10 feet away from us, so
Yes, but most games of this era provide the ability to do UI scaling.
Not this.
Nope.
No.
I mean,
Suck it.
early access as well. So.
We'll have to build a device that makes our UI bigger.
Put a magnifying
Magnifying
glass.
glass. Yes. Literally just a magnifying glass you hang in front of you, Inspector Gadget style.
Well, that didn't really help.
No,
No.
no, it
No.
didn't. finish the game. We only got like 10 minutes left. When you're playing this on an actual computer, it will not matter. Also, power? Yeah.
Yeah.
We ran out of biomass again.
Yep.
Do we have enough?
Maybe. I think we're still a few short.
Let's go grab some iron and manually craft.
Yeah. Screw it, we're doing it the old-fashioned way.
We're doing it live!
Fuck you and your need for biomass. Back in my day, we didn't know no goddamn biomass.
There was no biomass. Biomass was not a thing that existed.
Biomass was still a thing that existed.
No, it wasn't, and you're a liar.
Alright, and upgrade the hub.
Okay.
Crash.
Boom.
We have reached hub upgrade 5.
What we get?
Let's take a look.
Congratulations. You have unlocked Hub Future Molecular Analysis Machine, also known as the MAM. Building Biomass Burner. Building Space Elevator. Equipment Object.
Space elevator.
Equipment Beacon.
That's a significant upgrade. We're smelting iron, copper, and now we're building a space elevator. I'm expecting a few steps.
Yep, that's space elevator.
I'm expecting a few steps in between. Like,
What does the space elevator do?
Cost 400 over what? Oh, it's funnel resources to complete project assembly.
Additionally, the
It also unlocks later tiers.
okay,
Yeah, basically, this is how you do projects now that the hub is completed.
Okay, yeah, we can build biomass burners now.
Oh,
okay.
We still need to get biomass, but
Well, I think you can also build new tools now in the...
that's true. We do have the.
Yep, we can now build an object scanner and a beacon.
And more Xeno Zappers if we need them for some reason.
We've been able to build Xenozappers.
The point is with the research system, we're probably able to research something that lets us build wood or get more wood faster.
Build your wood.
Build your wood. Good.
Right, so 4-player campaign.
I mean, we can make wood walls apparently.
Yep, and now that we've reached tier 1, we actually have different milestones we can aim for. We also have tier 2 unlocked stuff as well.
Yeah.
So rather than being guided like tier 0, which is essentially the tutorial and is just towards building of the hub, now we can instead do utility, which unlocks this stuff, logistics, which unlocks this stuff, personal storage, which unlocks these.
The logistics have the conveyor sorters.
It has the productivity
Yeah, it's
display,
conveyor
splitter, and conveyor mergers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, that would be the next stuff we would move into, and then we can, like I said, we can kind of choose our milestones now based on what we want to aim for. They each have their own costs. Yeah, so that would be the kind of the next thing to move on, but we're actually going to call it here for tonight.
Yep.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you again for Jinnerin and Super Free Glagos for those follows.
Yep.
We will be back on Sunday where Shiv, Krampus, and I will be
Kingdom Hearts!
doing more Kingdom Hearts 3. We have one main Disney World left with San Francisco, and then clean up, and then eventually into the end game, essentially.
Pure nonsense.
There's a lot of end game.
Yeah, all of which is going to be pure nonsense.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is roughly 1/3 end game.
By volume.
Like, quite literally, there is an entire, like, galaxy in the gummy stuff we haven't unlocked yet, which is all the end game stuff.
Still gonna be
none of
pure
which is
nonsense.
Disney Worlds. And then we'll be back next Tuesday, around the same time here, 7 p.m. ish Pacific.
Yeah.
Shiv is going to be playing Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, You Only Live Once, No One Lives Forever.
Yes.
Onimusha 6.
Wrath of Heaven.
Yeah, so thank you all for joining us, and we hope you have a good evening.
Yep. Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.